Hi, hello everyone, Torq here. Welcome to a new series with Darkness Falls. I am recording this for a YouTube channel and will not be streaming it. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but also I will be explaining everything I possibly do to help people out. This map is still the PEP POI mod, so it's a bunch of extra PEP POIs on there. That is hard to say. It is on the Supercity map made by Shade. And it is called Fisting Darkness Falls. Fisting DF. We'll be using fist weapons for melee. So unarmed up to the power fist laser equivalent. I will use a rifle single shot for ranged, so that hunting is a little bit easier, and maybe I can just do some range shots, but the majority will be fisting and just going through the Darkness Falls playing. Now, some of the settings that I've changed is I've put it up to warrior, like usual. I toned down the XP to 75%. I just don't want to level that fast, which I tend to do, especially because this is Supercity. There's a lot of notes that you can get, so you can easily get skill points. It's not that big of a deal. I changed the zombie night speed to run. It's usually a sprint. I prefer to have it be in a step situation. Airdrops to off. Loot abundance to 75%. 50% seems to really kind of skew the loot settings. And I want a little bit less loot, so 75% is good. Loot respawn is off. Otherwise, pretty much the rest is default. Wandering horde, screamers still default too, so they're kind of up there in the 12 to 24 hour range. But we'll maybe changing that as it goes on. I'm probably going to drop that fairly quickly here. But otherwise, it is day one. I just loaded in. This is my starting position. I haven't opened up anything, as you can see. And we're going to have to do the beginning steps of everything. Now, I am playing this on B19 for Darkness Falls. It just came out. You can go to the Darkness Falls Discord. The link will be down in the description to go ahead and download that. Please let me know if you have any problems downloading, installing. There are certainly there's a video on the fact. I can also create a video if need be, but it is and can be fairly easy to do unless you have a lot of experience with it. Again, I will be trying to make sure I explain everything I do so that people that are newer can enjoy seeing me fisting DF while also giving them some helpful noob hints. I usually start off just punching grass like you usually do, getting some wood, getting some of the actual rocks that are on the ground. I don't usually pick up any trash yet. If you see tomatoes, pick them up. Do not use them. Just pick them up for right now. I will not be using bow and arrow, but I will be going after the nest for the eggs. Helpful thing to do is get yucca when you see it. That is a good early game food. Get some more rocks. As you notice, I have not even done the beginning thing. It's just the way I do stuff. And I am even over encumbered because I haven't even opened the backpack from DF. If you see potatoes, grab those. You can pick up goldenrod and chrysanthemum. I don't, because if you can look, I can't make it yet. So there's no point in picking it up until I have it. It just takes a spot in my inventory. So now that I have a few items, not much, I'm going to go ahead and open up the backpack. It gives you a number of items. A torch. Okay. It gives you a number of items. A torch. A backpack, which you use to get your initial good inventory. Stone hammer, bedroll, blank glass paper, and the land claim block. Okay, so you don't really need a land claim block for a while. Everything else just leave there. Now, for the fisting class, there isn't necessarily a class really that gives you a lot. Now, there is the security, and if you go up to skills and go to security, which is the armor, the flurry of blows helps. As you can see, melee attack speed increased by 5%, light weapons degrade 5% slower. So that really helps. And it can only go up to 25. Then you also get the martial training, which if you're going to be unarmed, you kind of need this so that you don't become fatigued. If you look at this bottom part that's right there, reduce hit point loss by 5, 20% reduced chance to get stunned, become fatigued, suffer sprained or broken arms, or suffer concussion. You're going to be close range. You kind of need to do that. Now, this would be the... I don't usually take security, but considering the playstyle I'm going for this time, it, I believe, is a must. You could possibly still do survivalist, which I believe is still one of the best things, so that you can do quests, get better stuff, that kind of thing. It would help with a disease resistance. The other one would be, you know, all the normal ones, labor, mechanic, that kind of stuff. Scientist may be a good one if you do this, because it doesn't matter for demolitions or science, but it does matter for physician, so you could heal yourself more often, and drugs would be 10% more effective. So you could take some of the other drugs to help with unarmed, and you wouldn't lose the amount of dehydration for it. Other than that, there's not really any of them that really do a lot for unarmed class. Now, unarmed will go off blunt, so we'll be heavily going into Pummel Pete. And we could do... I have to look. I'm not 100% sure that bar brawler works with unarmed, but I'm going to go ahead and look into that. But it's going to be off blunt weapons. Okay. So now that we have that, we can look at our challenges, redeem what we have, and then just start going. Now, darkness falls to sharp rock. It takes 1 stone to make 2 sharp rock, and then 2 sharp rock to do 1 stone axe. All right. Now we can go and harvest some wood. Now, as you can see, if I pick it up, it doesn't do the challenge. You have to go ahead and hit the small rock. So just find some small rocks, hit it on the ground, you should be good. Now, as you can see, my stone axe harvest wood challenge is already complete. It only requires you to get 10. You could literally go and hit a couple of these and get it. But I chose a tree. I'm just gonna take the whole tree down. You're gonna need the wood. It's early game, and it only takes you a minute or 2. Next thing, stone. So rather than finding a large stone, I mean, if there was a large stone, I might do it. But each one of these gives 1. It's 1 hit. I get to wander around a little bit, look for nests to get some eggs. Maybe some more yucca. Another tomato. And now that is done. Now, tree stumps. Give some good stuff. I cut them down. I have loot respawn off. So loot will never come back to it. If you do not have that setting, leave them there. You can come back to it. Okay, now I see a potato, tomato, carrots. All good. All right, so Challenge done. Challenge done. Primitive outfit. We'll go to crafting. Oh, it's crafting. We'll do all 3 of them. We need it. All right. If you notice now for DF19, there's a spot open so that you can wear a leather poncho and or a, or a duster. He was able to get that put into there so that you can handle warm or cold climates a little bit easier. Wooden club. We're making it. We're not going to use it. Primitive bow. We're making it. Not going to use it. Now, we have to do sharp rock again. We also have to do stick. Now, we can make a stone arrow. Okay. Now, these things, because you've already made them, can't really do anything. I don't need them. So I'm just dumping them. And then we can finish all these out. Boom. Everything opens up, and then you can continue on. All right. So we'll go visit the trader. And first things first, we're going to do this recipe. We're going to do the security. Craft this. Now it says recipes, read it. And we get the security class. So it still has you make another wooden club. Now, sometimes, and then it tells you to kill zombies. Now, sometimes if you know that you're going to be doing a lot of these quests, some of the beginning quests for every single class will require a club or scrap fire axe. If you remember, you can put a storage box somewhere in your base and then go ahead and bank some of the beginning class items that you see from one class so that another class, if it needs it, that you can use it. However, these things are really simple to create. I mean, it's just some wood. Most of it is just wood. Other stuff is like gather goldenrod or yucca. I mean, it's fairly easy to get. It's whichever side of the equation that you want to do it on. You'll be able to learn which one that you like, which one is best for you. All right, so I'm not gonna loot the cars as I go over to the trader. I am going to do this for bones. Reason for bones is I still need to get a bone knife. I'm not going to use it to kill zombies, but I still need a bone knife so that I can go ahead and do skinning for any kind of thing that I might shoot.
Oh, hi. I remember you. Hey there. Are you looking for
all right, now we're here.
Stock up on medical supplies.
Now we got to kill 5 zombies. Now remember, the traders in DF are free for all. You don't need, they're not protected is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so any book that I see I will read. If it's a recipe. If it's a note, I'm going to scrap. Unless it is one for blunt, then I'm going to read it. Just so everybody knows. Now, I want to make the early fisticuff, knuckle wraps. You can either do just plain knuckle wraps, or you can go straight up to scrap iron knuckles. Now, those do require some leather, which you can get from a variety of sources, and duct tape. Duct tape, you can kind of get a little bit lucky or find something. Right now, we're going to take apart all of Jen's stuff. Some of the items, like such as this cone, give you plastic. The barricades give you plastic. The tents will give you cloth. However, it might take a little bit, as you can see. Usually it's a little bit better just to go there. You can get these things. It'll give you some cloth or something like plastic, scrap polymers. I pick up the chairs. The tables will just give you straight up wood. As you can see, it's not that much, but the chairs are probably one of the big things. These things right here give you blood packs, so whenever you see those, you can take care of them. Right now, I don't have any way of making first aid kits, so I just leave them. I'll loot all the vehicles, because that's just, you need to do that. But it starts to come to a point where you start seeing you're really weighed down. Now, first night, you can do one of two things. You can go around and try and find something that you can, you know, shove a ladder on, climb up to the top, and just be good. Or you can chill in whatever trader that you're at. Just so you don't have to worry about finding a place in the first night. I tend to just try and find a place really quick. Personal preference is what you're gonna have to go with. But I don't even think about that until I get the trader place completely looted. And then I see what I got and go from there. Now, whenever you see shoes, sometimes the sandals will come up as it, sometimes they won't. Don't forget the toilets. You can find some stuff in there. So this area is cleaned out. Whoops, I missed one. Okay, I got the trash can. The toilets don't do anything. They're just there. Make sure you get the back side of it. All the crafting tables that they have. Now, depending upon the trader, these can give clay, or these will give clay. Should probably do it with a stone shovel. But if you're at wrecked, or like literally all of them, the different bags, make sure that you go ahead and hit it a few times, see if you need it, because I know that wrecked will have cornmeal and corn seed, so that will be a good thing to use when you need to do a farm. You can also pick up these plants and just scrap them. They give a bit of clay. So, I mean, that is one of those things that you can do. Now, this chair right there, I can't get it because it's the scout's chair. But those will give you 6 leather per chair if you scrap them in your inventory. Now, I'm going to come back in here. And I know that I forgot some of those. I'll take all the plants just to be thorough.
I know you. I never forget a face.
Yes, you do know me. Hi, I'm robbing you of everything that you possibly have. Okay. Now, if you can, what you could do is come up here. Jen will always have oh, I didn't make it, so I'll have to do that again. You can just go up here, and then if you do some... There we go. So I just got quite a bit of eggs, some more feathers, all because I just did some and got to the top of the inside. So this is pretty much looted. The only thing that we probably forgot was the ambulance, and I believe there's like a box or something over here. You can really kind of go to town here with getting all the rags. If you do these things, make sure to use a wrench. This is not open. It's already been done. But you can get a lot of stuff from here. I'm just not going to do it. I don't need to load myself down anymore. I found some stuff, so that I'm going to use it. Scrap armor. I found a shovel. That's always good. Everything that you can, just try and scrap it in your inventory. These tree seeds, you can keep for animal feed. Once you get to that point, it only takes 2. You're going to be cutting down a lot of trees. You can keep them, or you can just ditch them. It's totally different for each individual player. If you take one of these and scrap it, you get 1, right? But if you open it and scrap it, you still get 1, but you get sticks that you can use for either more different, like you can change it up to scrap iron arrows, crossbow bolts, what have you. Or you can use the sticks for baked apples, which is good for the early game. You can also use it for, sticky apples. And then if you run into it, you can just scrap those and use this in the fire. But it takes those iron arrows, you can split it into 2 different ingredients, 1 to scrap, 1 to use for either eating or do whatever, instead of just getting rid of the sticks. Now, once you get past the early game, you're not going to need to do that. You can just scrap them and be done with it and not even have to worry about it. As you can see, I am down at 33. I do not believe I have enough for that. I have enough iron. I just don't have the leather or the duct tape. Now, I got 1 glue. I didn't get enough for like making a duct tape. Great. Let's just back up here. Let's go ahead and make a storage bin. Pipe rifle. What do I need for that? Oh. I'm going to need some stuff. I'm just going to deposit all of it. I'm going to take out those 3, which is the usual items that you need to make stuff. If there's anything else in here, we can come back later. We can take that and that. And then what we will do with this, we are going to go ahead and make some normal bandages. 10, so we can do a whole stack. Put that on our hotbar. You can see I am not doing jack for damage. This is going to be an interesting run here. Now, I'm going to... I can sit here and try and trade blows with them, but... early game, I'm only level 1. That would be a bad idea. So, I have to find 2 things. If I could, I'd kill that. Oh, I got a wasp on me. I'd kill that rabbit, but I don't have the ability to. So, I need... and a chicken. Great. I'm having all sorts of good stuff come around. And then there's the wasp above me. If you see, he's just flying around me. He's not attacking me right away. Wasps and vultures in most situations will not attack you unless you're damaged. They will continually fly around you, waiting for the perfect time to attack. Keep that in mind. But if you even get 1 point of damage, they will swoop in for the kill. Now, I came in here to see if I could get another glue, which I did. So now it's just me being thorough and maybe hoping to find just whatever. So it's good to power attack them with the fist. Try and get them on the ground. Did I hear another one over there? Yep, I am going to be busy. Now, if you hit them in the head and kind of back up, you can kind of dodge. Now that I've taken some damage, though, that bee, it'll take a second for it to register, but it's going to come down and try and hit me. And because I have no ranged weapon whatsoever, I can't get it. I don't even know how I'm gonna do it with doing fisting only. Anything good? No. I mean, that's not bad. Okay, I finally finished that one class, and it's asking me to do some knuckles. So, regular knuckle wraps, so we'll probably do that. Oh, whoa, hey, glad I saw that. Wow, that one took forever. Now, because knuckles are such a low damage kind of thing, I think the best bet would be to try and get, well, first our best bet is to get some leather. For leveling though, oh, no, not gonna go. Please don't see me. Okay, we're gonna go this way. I'm gonna read the red tea. So now collecting chrysanthemum would be a good thing to do. Got those. Okay, make another storage crate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to use the red arrows to lock the first 5. And then that way I can just kind of go on. And I'm going to lock the 6th one. It doesn't leave me a lot of stuff, but I need to go ahead and deposit all that. Again, it doesn't leave me a lot of room for finding stuff, but we know what we want. Leather, because the wraps, the ones that we want, just needs 5 leather. I have the wood on me. Again, yucca. Orange tree. Nope. And now I can pick up chrysanthemum for red tea. One of the reasons why I picked to do Super City again, the same as some of the streams that I've done, and I know that some people will be like, well, it's not much of a challenge if there's all these buildings that you can go do. I can kind of understand that, but I like the ability to hit every single POI that is in the PEP pack is on this map. Every single one. He specifically made it so that every single one of them is represented at least once. And I want that ability to hit stuff that I have not seen in a long time, or been able to go to. There's a couple I've found that are like I've never seen. And I've played this game for years, bunch of different packs. So we'll see if we can find some new stuff. I also plan on not doing any quests. No quests. The only ones I will do is the scout ones to advance the Darkness Falls storyline. Other than that, this will be a no quest run, none of the trader quests, so I can't just advance their tiers to get better stuff. Kind of hampering myself there. Which also means there's really no reason for me to go to traders. So I could just pretend that they're dead. Ah. No. Oh, abrasion and infected. Yes. Awesome. Okay. We need to find some tree stumps. Now, there is a fairly easy way to cure. Oh. Infection. Oh. Okay. Do I have... I need bone. I did not make... You know, I said that I was going to get bone to make a bone knife so I could skin stuff. I didn't do that yet. I need it before I do this wasp. It may give me honey that... Oh, I can do the... I think this will be... I'm not going to use it for damage, of course, but I think it'll be a little bit better than the bone knife for skinning. We'll see. It looks different. And I have honey. So, if you can tell, honey, only 7 chance cure and not instant. I'm going to take it. And I got lucky. All right. Now, there is an easy way to actually get honey or a treatment for infection. Honey can be gotten from tree stumps if you're lucky. Usually I try and get it from wasps. There is a option to create a beehive. It is a little bit farther into it, depending upon if you take a farmer's class or do the basic farming tips, which are books. That will increase it on your skill tree. Just go to the second one, the perks. Scroll all the way down, and there's 3 levels. If you find 3 books, you can learn all 3. And then you can go ahead and unlock the beehive and the farm plot, and you're golden. The other levels do mortar pestle, scrap hoe, corn seed, cotton seed for the first one. Second one, animal feed, animal snare, chicken coop, and dew collector. You can usually find the books just randomly generated in loot. If you're lucky, you can get the right ones, and you can get it fairly quickly. Still need to find some leather. I need to find some chairs I can kind of break down. Okay, they are awake. Oof. At this point, I would probably switch to a different weapon. But this is not the way. If you are trying to get away from mobs, so I want to show everybody this. If you are backing up from, let's say, a mob, you can kind of see how he's kind of staying the same amount speed. If you go backwards at an angle, you go a little bit faster. I don't know why. Kind of go diagonal, and you'll get there. You'll get away from him. What we need to do is find an office building. Or get lucky. And kill some animals. Though killing animals with unarmed is... At level 1, it's just not going to happen. Because you can't catch them. You don't have enough stamina to run up on it. Luckily, that guy's slow. Okay. And I do have a couple points here. I'm not trying to spend any points until I get the security class quests done, though. One of the things is I like to go ahead and try and get the class quest done and then decide, okay, what do I do? And I'm still trying to figure out in my head what the best course of action is here. That's going to be a bathroom. Not going to be much in here. Remember, I put it down to 75% loot, so there's going to be times where I just open it up and there's nothing going to be there. And that's fine. I chose that. As you see, run in, grab that thing. We're going to run out here. We're going to make this knuckle wrap. Well, we're going to scrap that. Then we're going to make this wrap. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to show you this. If you go to your character sheet, which is the B key, B is the hotkey, B is in Bravo. Don't want anybody kind of getting this. All right, so you come up onto the character sheet. You got a couple different actual things right here, right? If you go to the trophy and you look at damage, you can see the damage between. Now, it's not going to be 100%. There's a weird thing with the way it does. So unarmed with nothing is 5. With that is 7. If I then go over to here and I put, like, let's say, not a bad idea to put one into Roughneck. We have 3. We're going to put another one in there. We can go back to there and we can see it increased to 8. Not a lot, but it'll help with stamina at the very least. And these don't really have a lot of stamina. But as you can see, it's doing a lot more damage. We're actually finally, you know, having something to do here. Now, I would rather have the scrap knuckles to be able to do quite a bit more damage. I am now thirsty. We're going to run into a problem of stamina management because I am low on water. And fairly soon, I'm going to be low on food. So we have to kill more zombies to advance the security quest. What we're going to do is go back to base, or i.e. Jen's place where we threw down some storage. Get a campfire going. In fact, I have the stuff that I can start this right now. And we're gonna have to try and figure out how to get like a pot or grill. Okay, so I can... Is that sellable? That is sellable. Possibly do that. See, to do the recipe for the chrysanthemum, red tea basically, I need a campfire with a cooking pot. So the problem becomes now, how do I get a cooking pot? I'm not going to be using ammo per se. Let's see if Jen sells a cooking pot.
Oh, bad news. Medicines get pure, potent, proven.
She does, for 90. I have 6. Sell that. Sell this. How much is that? Okay, I can buy 1 cooking pot. How about... I can buy
Remember
1
me
grill.
if you need medical supplies.
I will buy stuff from the traders. I just won't do any trading. Now, I need any and all food items. I can eat that. Okay. Now, stick some wood in there. Look at drink first. We can do some 1 red tea. We can do yucca juice, which takes an empty jar, so we're out of that. We can do... Now, right now, I have blueberry jam I can eat. It gives no dysentery chance, or food poisoning chance, but the can of salmon will. The baked beans do not. So we can eat that and that. We don't need to cook any more food for right now. We'll just do all the water. And the reason why I'm looking at that is one water takes 4 minutes to do. Okay? Whereas a yucca juice took very little. It took 12 seconds. And if you have clean water and can do, you know, the recipe for red tea or whatever, it only takes 20 seconds and it does 25. Yucca just does 20. I could have even also done a pear smoothie if I had a can of pears. Those are early game kind of things. Now, in the early game, if you find some pears, good. If not, you can come to a vending machine like this and be able to possibly get them. Now, because there is one thing I'm going to do right now, is because I'm a YouTuber and a streamer, I want to go ahead and give me a headlamp so that people can see, or I don't want to. Let me say it this way. A lot of people would appreciate being able to see what I'm doing during the night. I am not going to give myself that unless I absolutely have to. It is fairly easy to get the lamp. I forget what it's called. Helmet light mod. It is Science Crafting 1. Now, if you go into your area, Science Crafting 1 requires player 10. It's fairly easy to get to level 10 and be able to get that made, or possibly find it in loot, or buy it off a trader. As I am filming this, and I don't necessarily want to do it, I'm going to do it so that you guys can see what I'm doing when I'm fighting stuff. To spawn items, you have to go into the creative menu. You press U. You find it. Helmet light mod. And then as you can all see, I turned it off. However, because I did that, I am going to go ahead, and as soon as I get at least one of them, or can make one, I'm just going to chuck it on the ground. So now I can do that, fight zombies, and everybody on YouTube land can actually see what I'm going to be doing. I don't want you guys staring in the dark trying to go, what the hell is this dude doing? So, at the very early game, one of the things that I do is with a storage unit or two, I go ahead and put all the food in one. I'll drink that. I'm gonna drink that. I have more yucca. I can make more yucca. Go back down, get some more chrysanthemum. Make more of that. Now, when you're drinking stuff in Darkness Falls, you have a chance to get the jar back. It's not 100%. Jars are fairly easy to make. As you can see, I did not get that jar back. A glass jar has a recipe. Empty water jar is mainly sand and soil. You do need to have a forge, or, the advanced forge, bigger forge, a forge of some sort to make jars. And you will need to make a lot of them once you start getting up in levels. Now I'm a little bit hungry, so I could eat the jam. Or chicken rations. They give you no food poisoning. And it's 15. I'm at 72, add 15, 97. It's a better take. Wait for this to get done. But we'll go ahead and put that stuff away. As you can see, I have enough metal. I do not have enough. I want to get those scrap knuckles done. You get them down one. You just keep on hitting them. Hitting them while I'm down. Light attacks, light attacks. If you start getting a little bit down in stamina, just kind of if you can get to some sort of, you know, 1 block or even 2 block and you can hit them so that they bounce back off, it might give you a chance to kind of get away from it. You may need to go ahead and, you know, get up off the ground. Some of the bushes and whatnot, you can kind of jump up a little bit. Oh, wow. That actually... I hit the top of the ledge. And I'm infected again. And there's more. Well, the first death will come right now. These tents in Gen, it's hard for them to try and get up here. Because they can't seem to figure out that... Wow. They figured it out. But these are not the best thing to do because it will fall apart. Oh, and now my knuckles are damaged. Okay, run around. Oh, what are you still doing down here? Okay, I completed the class. Spear. I need to do a stone spear, so sharp rock. All that is done. Okay. We got some stuff here. Probably use right now. Use the armor for that, and then these will help with stamina issues. These do noise. I'm not going to be sneaking around. I am going to automatically sell those. Use a bandage. Oh, that wasn't first aid bandage. I just wasted it. Abrasion, you can use a first aid bandage, first aid kit, aloe cream to get that done. Infection, we're just going to be infected until we find some more honey. I don't see any of them around. Do I have any more honey? No. Yep, spitting little. I need to look to see what it takes to repair that. Okay, so there's going to be cloth for that. As you can see, there's a number of different things that we have here. We have extra padding. This is science. These are 2 mods for the iron knuckles. And then we're going to have to go up to iron knuckles for blunt weapon crafting, which, if we go over to here, is going to be level 5. Once we get it, though, it's only 12 forged iron. And I know a lot of people are only 12. It can be done. You can get that. Then steels and then titanium. Now, there's no like laser or anything, but there is the power fist. So you can get a laser item for fisting demons. As you can see, this will not do anything for the actual regen of them. There's a couple ways to get around that, so we'll get to that when we get to that. It's going to be different. One of the things that you can do with us being so close to Gen, which is probably a really good thing for us right now. Is that door completely gone? Yeah, it is. We can buy curatives from both Gen and the Scout. We don't really have any money, but we do have these things that we can sell. We have 59 of that. So what we can do is we can kind of come over to... Oh! Feral. Feral cadaver. Great. Let's hope we can keep them on the ground. See, one-on-one with blunts, you can kind of control them. On the ground, but once you start getting a couple of them, you don't have like any kind of AoE that you can do. Now, you cannot sell to the Scout. You can buy herbs though. So you'd have to go over to Gen, sell what you need to sell, come back to the Scout and get that. Where did you come from? Must be one of those I outrun on the other side.
Oh my god, I haven't seen you for a while. Anything particular on your mind?
Sell those 2. I can probably also get it from her first aid. She sells antibiotics. It's a little bit much. I'm going to buy a aloe cream to use to get rid of that abrasion. Boom. And then I run over here. Buy this.
What are you looking for?
One of those. Take it. We might have to rely on her for a little bit. Now we got, what, 196? It's not enough for another herbal to have by the side. But we're going to probably make some of these. We're going to keep this. So, sterile bandage is bola sap and bandage. Bandage can be created from cloth. Bola sap, you have to make the bowl, which is just clay. But it does take quite a long time. And then you need 2 of them per bandage. So I usually try and make them in even increments. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Then use the bowls to make the sap, which is basically holding the bowl and using it on a tree. And then creating a couple sterile bandages. Now, it's not the best thing in the world, but it's better than nothing. We're going to keep the ammo in here. What we might do is the pipe rifle. I'm going to look at that. We can get 1 pipe. Okay. We can make that right now. Now we're going to use that as our ranged option so that we can get rabbit, chicken, and whatnot for hunting purposes. Lost my train of thought there for a second. But we're not going to use this for killing zombies. Fisting only. All right. So, new day. And we have hit the hour mark in the playthrough. All right. So, I want to thank you for joining me in this new journey of Darkness Falls with the Super City map. Fisting DF. We're going to go ahead and cut it for now. This is the end of episode 1. I'm going to continue trying to keep this going from morning to the next morning, 1 hour increments. I'm not cutting anything out. I'm not editing anything. I'm not fast forwarding anything. It's all going to be me mindlessly talking about what I do every minute while playing this so that you get the full experience. Let me know what you think. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you all have a great day. Again, thank you for joining me. Till next time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and you all have a great, wonderful day. Goodbye for now.